New week, new agenda. On this episode, we'll be speaking about a new trend that has got everybody talking within the NBA fandom. On this episode of Pro Basketball, you definitely do not want to miss this one. My name is Sly Moore. On my left, I'm joined by
Teddy.
Or Janani.
It be so. So yeah, the new trend I'm speaking of is scoring in the NBA. The trend in which is taking. Now let me take you back a decade ago when, in fact, the team that had the highest scoring rating was the Los Angeles Clippers in 2013-14. Do you know what that was? 112.1. If you translate that to this year, the NBA, they come in at 25th. So this tells you how great teams are scoring now. The highest scoring efficiency going around 120 point something. That just tells you how great these guys are. Now, the conversation didn't even start from there. It started a few weeks ago when we saw all these players going on this scoring runs, putting on scoring clinics, the likes of Joel Embiid dropping 70. We've got Luka Doncic dropping 73, Booker 60, Karl Anthony Towns 60. Then it got everybody talking. Has NBA defense just got missing? And that's what we are going to discuss today. NBA defense within the current new system, we'll call it. What do you make of the new scoring runs that players are going on? Do you think NBA defense is just lost or now offensive players are just more skilled?
Oh, the defense is still present because we have lots of teams playing good defense. It's just that right now, the offenses have become, it has just gotten better. Because right now, the guys coming into the league from Europe and then even in America are very good. And then the 3-point uptick, teams are shooting lots of threes and they're making lots of threes at higher percentages, like I said. And teams are getting to the line a lot more too. And right now, majority of the guys in the league are very efficient. Like teams are shooting, I think, 45% from the field at the rim. Like the efficiency has gone very,
almost
very
every
high.
team has like one or two guys that
can really get buckets like from everywhere. And like I said, the 3-point scoring is like teams are taking lots of threes and they're shooting threes at a very efficient level. And then people are shooting lots of free throws too. You can say guys are foul beating, but they are getting to the line and they're earning their calls to and they're making their shots. So defense is existent in the league because you have teams like Magic, the Wolves, teams like
even the Thunder play really good defense.
They play very good defense, but the offense is just so good you can't even help it.
I mean, if you put perfect defense and perfect offense, I think perfect offense trumps perfect defense. Teddy, I'll come to you on this one with how great these offensive spurts have been. We'll take you back a decade ago, 2013-2014, league pace. That's how quick the offense is getting into. It's at 93.9. This year, in fact, in the league, it's 99.4. So now people are getting to the offense much quicker. Do you think the offense is just so good that the defense can't keep up?
The offense it's just so good. I think, like you said, in January, we saw most players scoring outrageous numbers.
We saw that last season as well.
Outrageous numbers. And the people are like, oh, the game of basketball, I've lost love for it. People are not playing defense anymore. But you have to relax and then give props to the offense. The defensive rating, I did my research and I saw the defensive rating in 2000-2001 year was 96.6. And then this year, it's 110. And it's just 11.6 difference. And then I did my research also and offensive rating. Offensive rating is how we measure or calculate the offenses of teams so far in the season or the overall season. And in the 70s, it was 99.8. And in the 80s, it was 106.9. In the 90s, it was 107. In 2000s, it was 105. In 2010s, it was 107. And in 2020s, it's 112. So it should tell you how
every decade is progressing.
It progressed. And you see, most people are like, in the olden times, people were playing better offense, but now teams are playing better offense. Individual players are playing better offense, and there are so many factors we should consider for these things. For example, teams are shooting threes now. If 5 players, even for a center, for you to be in the starting 5, you need to shoot threes, which is so essential. If you don't shoot threes, there are some of the responsibilities or some of the touches you won't be able to get. So for a team like Golden State, if you are a center, not always, but you should be able to shoot threes.
Like Kevin Looney plays on the Warriors.
But now they play small. They play small, so he's not mostly on the starting 5. But on a team for a center or for most players on the team, you should be able to shoot threes. And you see, when you date back to the 2000s, when you are defending a team that don't shoot threes, because they don't really shoot threes in the 90s and in the 2000s. So when you are defending them, defenders go under the screen. So under the screen means you are dropping back into the D and clogging the paint. So you know he won't shoot you. You come inside. But now when you go under, they'll shoot. When you go over, they see it's so hard because you don't know what to do now. And now teams are spacing the floor more. You see, for a team like Mavs, Doncic is having the ball, players, maybe 4 players are on the left side, 1 player is at the corner, and then he has so much space to operate because he has spaced the floor. He can operate behind the 3-point line. He can get into the paint and then kick out to his players.
I think among all the players, Luka is one of those guys that when you look at him, you could be like, he could break the scoring record. George, let me come to you on this one. They've all spoken about how teams are getting better on offense. And of course, we made mention of 3-point attempts. Now, in 2013-14, 3-point attempt was 21.5. In 2023-24, it's 35. That's around plus 14 attempts per game. Right now,
Steph Curry.
all thanks to Steph here. But what do you make of the whole scoring outburst?
I did my research, and you see, most points in a game happen in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. The question is, were they not playing defense back then?
They were.
That was hard hustle defense. So why are you saying this time around there's no defense? I don't bow to that narrative. But you see, I'll give credit to what they are saying in terms of the improved offense deployed by the coaches, the players in today's era of basketball. Now you look at the offensive styles. It neutralizes every defensive style you put out there this time around. You play a 2-3 zone and you face a team like maybe the Boston Celtics that could spread the floor well.
Or even the Denver Nuggets with Jokic who could just...
Good ball movements.
Destroy.
The players are moving and they are not interfering in passing lanes. They would definitely score. Then you switch to a man-man defense. They hand the ball over to their best ISO player, and he's in a 1v1 situation. Train. He can just attack, step back, or shoot. And we saw that happen against Philly, Boston Celtics versus Philly. Tatum 51 points. They were just deploying 2-3 zone, man to man, every style of defense, and it wasn't working because of the improved offense. Now, one thing they are afraid to just pinpoint the media is the refs. They are being soft nowadays. When you look at 2015, 16, 17 coming down, when we are playing basketball, we all know basketball is a less contact game. But some of the fouls, they don't call a minimum foul, you won't get caught. But right now, you just attack the rim, minimum foul.
A little shot on a referee.
And it's just resulting in free throws. And I think that is some of the reason why these narratives are being put out there. But when you look at defense exists. 2022, Andrew Wiggins, he can tell you that it was because of my defense. That's why I won.
Raymond Green.
You get
That's
it.
why the Warriors won the championship.
That same 2022 series, it was Kerry's offense that won Golden State the championship.
You say Kerry's offense. Are you trying to tell me if Jason Tatum also wasn't locked down by Andrew Wiggins?
The Celtics won't stand a better chance.
They'll stand a better chance.
Offense will still rule.
That's
I
what
think,
I'm
I
saying.
think better offense trumps better defense.
Yes, it's wiping away that statement. But then the defense is what I'm trying to say is offense will wipe that statement. But defense is existent. They are making it look like they are not playing defense, but they are playing defense. But the thing is, players don't want to foul out. So they will not involve in any contest. You get it? So the refs are also spoiling the game. Munja is
very, very good breakdown from the guys. Now, one thing I want us to notice is playbooks don't change. The Atlanta Hawks or maybe the Minnesota Timberwolves, their playbooks don't change. It's just passed down from year to year. It's just improved. So if we are to get into one play in, let's say, 10 seconds, for the next 10 years, we'll start getting into that play in just 6 seconds. Offense are getting much more quicker. And now let's get down to the players. You take a player like Luka Doncic, put Evan Magic Johnson on the floor. They are both around the same height. But the reason why we are seeing Luka get more numbers is his ability to score. Magic, a pass first kind of guy, he's not able to shoot from the 3 like the way Doncic would, the ability to spread the floor. So I think the offensive spurt from the guys is just crazy. I'll let you have...
It is not our fault that right now the league has produced players like centers like Jokic and point guard.
Unicorns everywhere.
You get it. Centers that you cannot double team. It is not our fault. So no matter the defense you deploy, the offense right now.
But then in the past, we had centers you couldn't double team, like Kareem, like Shaq.
But
then the talents around them were just better.
Exactly.
Because if you are doubling Shaq, he has to kick out to someone like Vinny Van Exel or in Shaq. But if you that's what I'm saying. Double Jokic and kick out to Murray.
There's trouble. You kick it out to Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah. And in the 2000s too, they had this thing where hacking the Shaq. So you foul Shaq and
you know when he goes to the line,
he's not going to.
Even in the mid 2010s, Dwight Howard and the rest, Andre Drummond, they can't
shoot free throws.
Giannis, perfect example. Am I lying?
But Giannis day is somewhere.
Oh, Giannis,
Right now,
Giannis,
proof.
clutch.
Oh, but this, no, but this season,
2021 finals.
Somebody,
2021 final.
Yeah.
somebody,
one final against Phoenix.
somebody where you can take him to the fridge. He will take him like getting to 10 seconds.
I know it's a routine. It's a routine.
No, he's just afraid to get to the line.
Afraid.
He can't
shoot
shoot.
line.
He can't shoot free throws, bro.
When they won the title, that game 6 in Milwaukee, he went to
See,
line 18 times. He
relax.
scored 17.
Relax.
What are you saying?
I'm just trying to tell you.
And that was the biggest moment as
He
well.
he can get his moment, but
won.
let's not forget, Giannis is afraid to get to the line.
But this is his
Afraid.
first free throwing season. Oh.
because we keep shouting, he's working on them.
Wow. Final statement from John to end it all. Be crazy. But on this topic, I really want to hear your views in the comment section. Everywhere on social media. If you hear this one, I beg, let me know. Has defense become too easy for offenses to just break down, or the referees are destroying the game like George said? What do you think in the comment section? That was the debate on the chopping block. The guys really did an extensive breakdown. Do you guys think they were right or they were wrong? Let me know in the comment section what you think. Pro Basketball will be back with more content on the channel.